Shannon Martinez with Envoy Mortgage, making the American dream of homeownership a reality. Many buyers are being told by friends and family that the process was 100 times easier when they bought their home 10 to 20 years ago. There are two very good reasons that the loan process is much more difficult on today's buyer than perhaps any time in history. The government has set new guidelines that now demand that the bank prove beyond any doubt that you are indeed capable of affording the mortgage. During the run-up in the housing market, many people qualified for mortgages that they could never pay back. This led to millions of families losing their homes. The government wants to make sure this won't happen again. The banks don't want to be in the real estate business. Over the last 7 years, banks were forced to take on the responsibility of liquidating millions of foreclosures and also negotiating another million plus short sales. Just like the government, the banks don't want more foreclosures. For that reason, they need to double, maybe even triple check everything on the application. However, there is some good news in the situation. The housing crash that mandated that banks be extremely strict on paperwork requirements also allowed us to get mortgage interest rates probably at or lower than 4%. Friends and families who bought homes 10 or 20 years ago experienced a simpler mortgage application process, but also paid a higher interest rate. The average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage was 8.12% in the 1990s and 6.29% in the early 2000s. If you went to the bank and offered to pay 8% instead of less than 4%, they would probably bend over backwards to make the process easier. Instead of concentrating on the additional paperwork required, let's be thankful that we are still able to buy a home at historically low rates. Shannon Martinez at 626-255-7605, here to help you.